Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. Yeah. Got some cameras in here. Yeah. There we are. Good morning, Gerrie.
Good morning, Andy, and good morning, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Good morning.
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Wow. 5 days to get here.
Only 5? I thought it took 7.
It was a long journey.
Felt like it. Felt like someone counted wrong at some point.
And it wasn't the right way. It was like, it wasn't 1, 2, miss a few.
No.
Yesterday was my Friday, but at work, but it was a hard fought one, that's for sure. I was still working yesterday at 6 o'clock. That doesn't usually happen.
Sounds like my week this week. It's been like that.
Guess I need to cut down on the cigarettes, eh?
Yeah. Maybe after cycling, not before.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a cool name. You see up there, Anaganopolis. Does that look right? Anagnopolis. Anagnopolis. Anyway,
Rick, you know, for those that are watching on the stream, Rick's still going to be trying to say that at the end of the ride here.
this is a segment we like to call Rick trying to pronounce last names.
All right, repeat after me. Clanfire.
Oh my, here we go. So, I finally cemented my route that I'm going to use the logistics for getting to the concert tonight, so that's good.
Oh, nice.
It actually took me a while. I kept changing my mind on how we were going to do it. This is the fun part for me, trying to plan out a way to do things.
So last night, Hope made popcorn. Came down this morning, and there's still quite a bit of it left in a bowl on the countertop. I went to reach in to grab a handful, and it had some kind of anti-daddy force field on top of it. It was covered in saran wrap. that I didn't see at first. I took a photograph of it and sent it to Faith, and then I sent a video of me trying to penetrate this force field. Well, you can't see what we're supposed to be doing, can you, Ray? Need to fix that.
I just figured I'd wing it.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
Oh, that's... Oh, never mind. Back up.
the Hawks doing chemistry yesterday. Watching this video from there. Learning about sodium and chlorine, sodium chloride. Oh, I was talking with her. I said, so what are the properties of sodium? What would happen if you threw it in some water? And she got that right. So what family does sodium belong to? She didn't get that. She didn't understand about the alkali metals. So you see in the periodic table that all of the alkali metals are in a column. What happens as you go down? The periodic table starts at sodium. You go down from there. Either she didn't understand what I was getting at or didn't know the answer. So well, we get more reactive as you go down the periodic table. So have you seen what happens when you put sodium in water? And she shook her head. You're right, okay. When you're watching this video, you come downstairs and we'll find a video of what happens when you put not just sodium in water, but also lithium, rubidium, and cesium. And so there was a TV show in the UK that I used to watch called Brainiac, and they used to do crazy things like that. So, yeah, 2 grams of rubidium, it blew a hole in a bathtub. 2 grams of cesium, and it split the bathtub in half.
Yeah.
That's the kind of chemistry I could get behind when I was in high school. I wasn't paying attention to showing me that video.
What compounded was that when I was at school, someone from the higher grades stole, and I don't know what it was, and at night threw it in the swimming pool at school and cracked the pool. I think it was cesium after we did the experiment, or after they did the experiment.
The presenter of the show said, well, there is one more, even more reactive alkali metal than for the cesium, and that's francium. Yeah, but they wouldn't let us have any of that, and I don't know why.
How am I going to get more XP? Free riding this or workout?
Well, I was only going to do half an hour yesterday, but that turned into riding 40 kilometers.
Oh yes.
I was gonna
That
ride
always
yesterday morning.
happens.
I was gonna ride yesterday morning, and then something just hit me. All of a sudden, I was like, I'm gonna lay down for a moment. And then 2 hours later, Grace woke me up because she needed to ride to school. I was like, what? Can't be 8 o'clock already.
So even at your age, granddad naps work.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. I felt wide awake all day, that's for sure.
Power of the granddad nap.
Actually, find a nap at any point in the day better than sleeping a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a full night's sleep last night. I had about 5 hours. Which isn't enough for me.
Yeah.
I mean, look at my face. You can see I need my
It's
beauty sleep.
about the same amount I had.
Then I need VT sleep as well, and a lot of it.
Now, you got age on your side compared to me, though, Gerrie. You're a little bit younger.
Doesn't feel like it these days.
I thought you had a smoothing
Feels-
filter this whole time.
Feels like it snuck up on me.
There must be different phases of that. So I had a moment a couple years ago where all of a sudden I knew for sure I was in my 30s. Well, towards the end of them, but I was like, just kind of like reflecting on how much my body had changed in the last 8 years.
It's when bits
Yeah,
start
still doing
falling
good.
off, that's when you start to get worried. It's like a car, really. You get to a point where it's just not worth putting much more money into it. And your only option is to just run it into the ground then.
At that point, you hope you have really good insurance.
Well, I guess I must have, because even Walmart was surprised that when I was on the anticoagulants, there was no copay for me for a medication that would have cost just over $550 for a 1 month supply.
Insane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Medications are pretty crazy. If you ever have to steer off the path of the normal stuff.
So, well,
The
hey,
things that
so
are-
for the first month, I was given branded Xarelto, and that was like 550, just over 550. It would have been without insurance. The second month, they gave me a generic brand. So, I mean, normally you think generic brand cheaper. No, that would have been 625 for the month's supply.
What?
It was actually cheaper for the branded Xarelto. Crazy.
Wow.
I mean, it didn't cost me anything. So if it had cost me something, then I'd have said, "Hey, come on, I want the real stuff."
Yes.
It's cheaper. So that's for the insurance company to argue now.
What am I doing? I'm just over
Put
here
your mid,
riding at
Mrs.
220
Delport.
when I don't even have to be there.
Goedemiddag, Mrs. Delport.
Goedemiddag, Ma. Good afternoon.
What they said.
Oh, come on, Rick. You've had a go at the guy's name. You can say
I'm
Goedemiddag.
afraid if I say it, it's going to be, what is it?
Well, Gerrie and I've said it twice. Gerrie said it once. I'll say it. Well, I've said it.
Well, the
three
second
times
time
now.
you said it, it sounded way different. It
Queer,
sounded like there was a Q in there.
middag.
Okay. Goedemiddag?
Of course.
Okay.
Goedemiddag.
Oh. Okay.
Got 2 G's in there just to make it
Oh.
interesting.
My mouth's too dry to do that right now.
Isn't the one at the start of queer as well, Gerrie?
Mom say good job. Well done.
Here we go.
Thank you.
We've got him converted, Mrs. Delport. We'll have you saying Selamat Pagi in Indonesian next.
Yep.
I'm still trying to figure out Manor.
Hello, Bonnie. Thanks for sharing the stream.
Good morning, Vinny. Van Erp. How are you doing this one?
There you go. Rick, are you going to have a go at Bonnie's name?
Always.
Oh, what?
Are you going to have a go at pronouncing Bonnie's name?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I pronounce it correctly. Van Erp. That's what I'm thinking.
I only saw it flash by on the tiny screen for a second.
Rick, today's episode is brought to you by its Children's Workshop. With the letters G, double L,
Oh, well, yeah.
and an Agnopoulos. There you go. I think I nailed that on the first attempt, yeah?
I feel like if you were to actually hear that pronounced in Greek, though, it would be completely different. That's the thing that always blows my mind is I think I have a Greek name down until I actually hear it pronounced properly, and then it's like, oh, that wasn't even close. There's a lot of in Orono.
I don't know, Rick. It's Greek to me.
In Orono, there's a rather large Greek family that lives there, owns lots of things, and yeah, I've learned that from them. That's where we have the brewery. So yeah, my goal today is to get to Boston by hopefully 3 o'clock. We'll see. Originally, I had these plans of being out the door by 10 o'clock, but my wife has other ideas. She likes to start.
This morning.
She likes to, yeah. So now I was figuring, okay, if we do a lunch, then we'll be there around, 2 o'clock. Because it's to get to Woburn, it's about little over 3 hours from here.
Thanks for the ride on.
Welcome.
So yeah, we started off the week going through the week where Heidi
Okay.
kept asking me, how early can we get there?
Is that like
so I was
how
making my
low can you go?
pretty much, yeah. And then now I found out that the bar is actually way higher than she was making it out to be. Because now she's gonna go to my sister-in-law's having a yard sale to empty out her storage unit. So she's gonna go to that. And she's thinking she wants to get ready here. Because unless if we can get early check-in, we can't get in our hotel room until 4. But yet we want to be at the TD center by 6 o'clock. So
Sounds like you're gonna have lunch at a McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah. that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to be wedging the car in between the people going 85 as much as possible, and stopping at a McDonald's.
Yep.
Luckily, though, it is planned perfectly where, because I found a parking garage right outside of Boston. Or, well, actually, it's like right outside of Somerville, but but it's only like three T stops from North Station, and it's right off of 93.
Yep.
So I should be able to just drive down there, and I'll be going against traffic because everybody's should be leaving the city in theory at that point at 5 o'clock or so.
Yes.
So it should be good southbound.
Yeah, I think you'll be good.
And then, yeah, so that should work out. And then on the way back, I saved the garage until like 2 in the morning just in case, depending on how long the concert takes.
And the T is still running.
Yeah,
After 12.
runs until 2.
Ah, okay.
Originally, I wanted to do commuter rail because that goes all the way out to Woburn, but that leaves North Station for the last time at 11.
Ah,
So that wouldn't work out. And I want to get every last cent's worth of this concert in.
oh yes. If you pay that much,
Yeah.
you probably want to help clean as well.
Yeah, we're just gonna stay after.
Yeah, I think if I'm going to stand any chance of
You want the cleaning people to tell you to go home.
I'm going to stand any chance of leading the ebb. Fitting this workout.
Whoa, what's it doing?
Oh,
Oh, you're
yes.
switching. Okay. I was like, whoa, it's switching so fast.
Yeah.
Is it glitching?
No,
I think
I'm
Andy
just-
just wants more XP than me.
See, this is good because I'm kind of at like a good spot this week. Although I do feel pretty weak this week for some reason, but I haven't overtrained this week, so that's for sure. So maybe I can do a little sprinty winty.
Well, you want to sprint right now? Come on, get to it.
No, not right now. I didn't say that. It is amazing how when you don't sprint a lot, how bad you get at it in a very
Oh,
short period
wow.
of time.
Yeah.
Like last week, it was like I felt like I came in third behind Woo, and I felt like if it was me more in like the middle and beginning of the summer, I totally would have had the extra push to keep going. But
Yep.
I looked up and I was just like, well, guess I'll be third place. Almost fourth place.
Well,
Yep. On Saturday's ride, Moles and myself were riding together, and we got close to the finish line. And he looked over to me and he said, "Sprint," and he just went. And I tried to stay on his wheel. There's no way. So
my reply to that.
later,
My reply to that would
you
have been,
went over.
"Go on then."
Oh no. I went all out and I reached almost 700. He was over 1,000 watts.
Oh, wow.
Like, yep. I haven't been sprinting for a long time.
That's
My legs
That's him.
don't know what to do when I say sprint.
that team time trial that Mills joined us on. We're coming up to the finish line. I'm looking backwards, and I'm trying to encourage people. I'm saying, "Come on, beat me across the line. Get there before me." And Mills is closing in on me. I'm thinking, "Not happening, Mills. So as he was getting closer, I just stepped the watts up. As he was closing in a bit more, I stepped the watts up a bit more. That was a fun ride, that was.
That was a moment that I was having flashbacks when you were telling that story, because the same thing happened to me where essentially it was Andy like, okay, let's sprint. And I just sat back like, nah. I made it to the finish line. That's all I expected.
Yeah, we cut quite a bit off the lap record on that.
Yeah, I had spent the entire month of December doing a distance challenge for myself. So pretty much I had just spent like every day on doing a bot ride.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes.
I had tons of miles in, which is actually kind of where I'm at right now, where it's like I've been trying to keep up just an endurance pace for the last month, trying to like, you know, get new distance records and stuff. And so pretty much I've just been focusing on trying to keep my watch low, because that's hard for me. I finally accomplished it, I think.
Nice.
Although 180 watts over 130 was a little bit high. I probably could have dealt with a little lower, but I don't know. That's just my natural. That's my natural pace.
Well, as long as you feel good while doing it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I made it. It was the rest. That was what got me, I think. The thing I didn't even think about, I was thinking, oh yeah, a nice stop at lunch, that'll be great. But I think I was fooled, because usually whenever I do a stop at lunch, it's with whoever I'm riding with. So can still stay pretty focused and still keep kind of staying loose, but stopping with a bunch of people who not only were not riding with me, but also think that riding 20 miles is crazy. It's just, there was no way to relate. And I just felt like I was trapped at a table and I just wanted to go.
Oh, yes.
No,
Your
am I
body
right?
told you to get going now, otherwise it's going to feel worse.
Yeah.
On my ride last night, we've we're just kind of winging it. You know, we both of us that we're riding know the area really well, so we know how to tailor a ride to get the distance we want. So anyway, we've headed as far south as we're going. We're starting to head north, come up against the stop sign, and I know we've got 2 miles to go before the next stop sign, which we're planning to turn left at. So I'm on the front. I'm just riding along at a comfortable pace. About a mile and a half in, I lift my watch up to see what speed we're doing. 21. We've held 21 for a mile and a half. So
Nice.
I was kind of surprised at that. We make our left turn, and as we make the turn, I said, we're not doing 21 along here. Not unless you want to pull for a bit. Oh. You ride west for a little bit and turn north again. And pass a sign that says the road's closed in 3 miles, so I'm hoping we're turning right before 3 miles. We did.
I was going to say, it's time to go off-road.
And we're only about 4 miles from home, and we've got a little climb before we cross over a highway. I'm getting towards the top of this climb, and as we're getting towards the top, my friend comes up alongside me. I said, "Oh wow, you're still there. I guess I didn't go fast enough then."
Yeah, I do love on the group rides, usually on the group rides, if I don't do any sort of pulling or taking off on my own, then it'll be like 120 watts average or something, you know, just real easy recovery pace. But our average speed will actually be pretty decent. I like that.
Yeah, well, I did not have power for my longer ride last night. I rode a mile into the shop, recorded that.
Yeah.
I had power on that, but once we set off from the shop, I didn't have power. I've got no power data. No pedal cadence,
wow,
no
why?
power data, no left-right balance. I don't know what went on there. So
I ended up ordering.
That's why I was thinking I'd have to change the batteries in my pedals this morning.
You would think so. That's the first thing I would think. But usually, doesn't your Garmin tell you if you have low battery?
Well, if I use alkali batteries, yeah. I'm using the lithium, Energizer lithium batteries, and they have a fairly flat voltage curve until they don't.
Yeah.
So you don't get much warning.
The the other day I ended up getting some I heard some tubes that were on sale. Hey Kev. I heard some tubes that were on sale and ended up getting them in, and the other night I didn't really have anything to do. I felt like tinkering around with my bike, so I decided to change the tubes out. And then I was figuring I'd rotate my tires. My back tire is wearing down. And then by the end of trying, I used your technique to get the tires on. Still a super pain. Those tires are just
It's
obnoxious.
not a technique, it's how you have to do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do it the way I have to do it, but then at the end, it's just, man, sometimes I can work it on with my fingers, other times I can't. But anyway, so then the free hub falls off, and I'm like, oh, great. Which is actually an interesting free hub design that I haven't really seen before. But it makes sense. But then, so that falls out onto the carpet.
So what is it?
No, it's like the two, what did you call them? Like splines or something. It's like two different almost like thick washer type deals. And then, or not washer, but like, two donuts of metal that have the splines on them. And then the springs are on either side that push them together.
Yeah, there's a name for that.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, I figured they named it. What is it called?
Well, that's made by a company called DT Swiss. That's a DT Swiss
really?
hub. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when I was looking it up, then they were showing some other DT Swiss hubs that were like the three little reachers that have the springs under them.
Those are called poles.
And those those things.
Yeah, that's the most common kind of ratchet in a free hub body. But the DT Swiss ones are less common, but
they seem like seems like out of all of the ideas, like they would need the least amount of maintenance.
Yeah, as long as you keep them lubricated, and you're
And
best
as long
if
as
you use
you
the
keep them-
proper DT Swiss grease as well. It's pink.
Oh,
So
yeah.
get yourself some of
I
that.
found out I'm gonna have to get that because apparently they don't like going onto your carpet. First of all, your light carpet doesn't like it when they fall on it, and second of all, they don't like going onto the carpet.
Yeah, and you can
'Cause
get them
after I put
in different numbers of teeth as well. So, generally manufacturers will supply them with the least number of teeth on them, and but you can get them with more teeth, and the more teeth they have, usually more engagements per revolution, so your pedals don't have to travel as far before before they engage. There you go. That ends today's science discussion on.
They're definitely good. They're good
Engagement
until
angles.
after I put them back in on there. After they fell on the carpet and put it all back together.
Did it still
And
work?
I noticed it still works, but I noticed that my freewheel is much louder. And now whenever I let the wheel spin, the cranks start to turn a little bit. So I'm gonna have to get some grease. So regular bearing grease wouldn't work on those?
No, I use the proper
Or
stuff.
they,
You can buy
Yeah.
tubs of it. You find it on eBay or Amazon.
another order. I'll have to order that with my bottle of Squirt dry lube.
I come into the story very late, but you're saying American tyres don't rotate?
Yeah,
Only when
they
they've got a flat bit at the bottom.
Good
No
morning.
wonder,
Kev.
no wonder you keep on winning races.
And that's
Morning, Gerrie.
and they're tyres with an eye. How are we doing, Kev?
Not bad at all.
Good to hear it.
Yeah. Well, I can only really shop off of the US sites because all of the UK ones have tires with a Y, and those surely won't fit on my bike.
So they call the DT Swiss Star Ratchet because the ratchets look like a star.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
is that is that the? Yeah, never mind. Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I should look this up now.
we were riding on Saturday, and there was a guy in the group with a specialized tarmac, really nice bike.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
sounded like he put sand in his free up. That was the most noisiest free up I heard in my whole life.
That's the thing. Like compared to me, all the guys that are on the Thursday group rides, every single one of them just has the loudest ratcheting free hubs that I've heard, and they're all equal. Like they all
They're
have.
not-
They all
They're
have
not
like,
supposed to be better if they're more noisier.
Well, that's the thing. It makes me think, man, should mine be noisier? Why is mine so
Every-
quiet?
Everybody picks up their back wheel and lets everybody hear it, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Just have to get the crazy frog on your phone. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
There you go.
Next time I'm gonna one up.
Sent you an image.
Oh, nice. Special grease.
Yes. It is called Special Grease. And the last one that I bought came in a tub. It's a very small tub, but it lasts a long time. Same kind of price.
Oh, is it a type of grease? Do they use a type of grease? They probably
Yeah.
have to. Yeah, the way it's
It's-
moving.
It's pink.
Grease lightning.
Mavic uses oil. Basically, disc brake hydraulic fluid.
Okay,
So it's
yeah,
very
mineral
thin.
mineral oil.
Works really well, but you have to service them more regularly.
Yeah. See, that's the thing riding on Zwift. You don't use the ratchet a lot. You're engaged the majority
No.
of the time. So,
Ooh, Larry's bicycles. Yeah, so I ended up finally putting that back together last night because the night before, after cleaning up the carpet, and then finally getting the tube on, and then also having to clean. I had to clean. I think I went through 3 pairs of shorts because I just kept touching my shorts up against the cassette. Oh, it was a mess. That's when I realized, okay, it's too late to be doing this. I should probably just go to bed now. So then, last night I finished up my work. Went a lot easier.
That on Saturday. Need to change cassettes. And while I'm at it, I'll service my free up.
Yeah, but as Rick found, the DC Swiss hubs come apart nice and easy. But they also go back together nice and easy as well.
Yeah, they do.
On mine, just got to get hold of the free hub body and give it a good pull. I actually changed my free hub body because this wheel set came with a aluminium free hub body, and it didn't take very long for me to start wearing through the splines that the cassette
Oh yes.
sits on. In fact, I was in danger of cutting through on one particular cog, so I replaced it with a hardened steel one. No more problems.
So, Rick, what was the part changing the free hub and the cassette on a carpet did your wife agree with?
Well, that's the thing. It was never supposed to become that. I was messing around with trying to put the tire on, and then all of a sudden it just popped off. And yeah, she didn't really like any of it, that's for sure. I took care of it though.
See, the way that you get around that
For the
Rick,
most.
is you get Grace involved and you're showing her this is how you do it. And
Yeah.
then then you've got an excuse, a reason to be doing it indoors. Grace can't do it out
I
in
feel
the
like that
garage.
wouldn't help. I tend to just start doing stuff and see what happens.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I'm trying to get Faith and Hope their amateur radio licenses. Then I've got a reason to be buying new radios. They get my hand-me-downs.
Exactly.
You're nice.
With the amount-
Very nice.
With the amount that we spend on cheering, she could probably have a pretty nice cycling setup over here. It was funny though. The other day we found out she got her uniform order in, and so of course it costs just a tick north of $500. And immediately everybody's just like, "What? How?" And I'm like, "I kind of know how." Don't even get started on how much cycling stuff can cost sometimes.
No, you shouldn't say that in front of your wife. Just say it's a cheap sport.
It's not bad. The only difference is I can order whatever I want because I'm not on a team.
Yeah.
So then I can go and buy the 50% off bibs and all that type of stuff.
Yep.
And then hope the whole thing shows up. The latest ones I ordered though, I'm gonna definitely just pack away until I do my next long distance ride.
Are they that nice?
Well, yeah. I mean, I definitely ordered them specifically because they're so good with long distance. Like the ones I did my 130-mile ride with, they used to be really good, like 2,500 miles ago, but now they do a lot of rubbing and stuff, and so they'll be good for like daily outdoor riding. But yeah, there was definitely a point at around 90 miles that that's all I could think about. Well, I had a point at 60 miles where all I could think about was, I think I'm going to go on and see if there's any more of these on sale. But yeah, they're those Pearl Izumi Pro ones. Can't remember what exactly, which ones
That's all I
exactly
get.
they are, but
That's all I get.
yeah, definitely comfy.
Got 4 pairs
They're
of them
comfy
on the go
until
now.
they're not. So pretty much I'll have my long distance ones, my medium distance ones,
There
and
you
I
go.
have my
Hey,
trainer
Rick,
one.
Rick, what's the name of the person
Yeah.
we just passed?
Oh no. Which one? The see, now if I want to just straight up pronounce it, I'm going to say Plankiel, but I bet
No,
that's not
no,
even
no, no,
right.
no, 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 no. The person right behind the 3 of us. No,
Oh, is it Rafter?
Drafted.
Is it Derek Rafter?
well, it was a female avatar.
Yeah,
Let's see if it's got first name or if it's just
Danielle Rafter. Darlene Rafter.
Oh, doing a good job drafting behind us.
No.
I thought this was going to be another one of those. Let's see if you could pronounce this one.
Well, D-Rafter just got a ride on from me. The profile's hidden. And I got a ride on from D-Rafter.
Nice.
That isn't the actual. Yeah, that's definitely that's a fake. Or maybe it's day off for D-Rafter. Maybe this is what bots do on their free time.
I don't know what ride around France. You'd have to ask Mike on that. You know, he might have seen some of them while he was sat in the store eating croissants.
Then we have G Dancer. Wow.
Well, G Dance is definitely not a D-Rafter because he's on a TT bike.
Yeah. And that's probably a different app. That's the dancing app.
I'm going to ask you about the person ahead of us.
That's a totally different app.
Yeah, and a different screen.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Friday fun, eh?
Oh yeah. You know, I'm having the hardest time right now trying to find the right squirt. Everything just says, everything is just pretty much, I think, the same as what I have already. Maybe it's a little
Oh,
bit. Maybe I'll just have to experiment with it a little more to try to figure out how it will work better. I'm sure it didn't help putting it on as much as I did, because now there's I gotta really do a hardcore cleaning.
Oh yes.
Get the scrub brush out.
I just do a drop on every link.
Yeah.
On the top, and then I go drop on the bottom every link. Spin it around a bit and leave it for the night. And the next
then
day I
wipe
just take a rag and just clean it off.
Well, you've gone without saying goodbye then, Kev.
Probably have to race stage 3 tomorrow.
Yeah.
If stage 3 is still available.
Results were really messed up on the WTRL. Stories of cookies, according to the leaderboard, are in 25th, but if you look at the times, they start low and get higher and higher and higher till they get to about 1 hour 1 minute, and then they go back down to something silly like 40 minutes and start again. And I looked across all of the coffee classes yesterday, and all of the leaderboards did something similar. Team did good though. Definitely showed the value of switching bikes on Road to Ruins. And as they dropped down into the jungle, so they stopped to switch. The team that they passed, going down towards the jungle, caught up with them. They pulled a 15-16 second gap out, and then started the descent down into the jungle itself. And the team that they passed, they just stayed stationed about that 15, 16, 17 seconds behind. But once they started on the climb, that was it. Bye-bye. By the time they were out of the jungle, they had almost 2 minutes on that team.
I didn't realise my mic was muted. I was speaking to you.
No, we're just ignoring you, Kev.
That's all right. No, I was just saying I went into the main channel and posted a picture of Rick changing his free hub.
Oh, look at that. Now, I wonder if I'll get XP as I cross this sprint finish line.
Ooh, I gotta remember to stretch out a little bit in between rides.
Oh, yes.
I'm feeling it a little bit.
So what's for breakfast today, Gerrie?
I don't know. Been thinking the same thing.
He's
I had bacon
fasting all
butties.
day.
I had bacon butties yesterday. No, Jerry's fast all the time.
No, I'm saying fasting.
Jerry's even fast when he runs.
Nope.
I'm assuming he's getting armbands for his Christmas. Take up the swimming as well.
No, he'd be fast at
Little
that as
blow
well.
up floaties. We got our results from Saturday's race, and we just missed the top 10.
Oh no.
And there's a guy in there with the e-bike in the top 10. Yeah, that's just wrong. I didn't notice him during the ride, and Mul said, no, he saw that guy. He was sitting at the back until we hit the climbs, and then he just went off the front.
You just go flying by at 60 RPM. Was he sitting upright?
I was
too?
just, just trying to get up the climb. I didn't see anything.
It always looks funny to me whenever I see people on e-bikes hit the hill right in front of the brewery. And usually they're on like more commuter bikes, and they'll just be sitting upright. They've got their tie tucked into the back of their shirt and just pedaling along, flying up the hill, maintaining about 20 up the hill the whole time, not even breaking a sweat.
Yep. We were on the bike path one day, Moles and myself, and we were doing okay. We were chatting and riding, but a decent pace. And here comes this guy flying past us, and he had a weird pedaling style. And we looked at each other. It's like, there's no way a guy with that pedaling style should be riding in front of us.
I was like knees out.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
And we started chasing, taking turns, doing a good DTT. And it took us some time to catch this guy. We finally caught him and realized he's on an e-bike. It was just so much work catching him. It's a good workout. We caught him and then dropped him.
So it's only a benefit on the hills, is it not?
Well, it depends. I mean, most of them have a
You can
maximum
get a-
speed of 23 miles an hour. So,
Over here it's 17.
well,
Oh, no, it's higher, yeah. Yeah, if he was
How's that?
going at
Is
the
it-
maximum he could.
Is that because of the cheap gasoline you have? Joke.
yeah, we just drink it to go
Used to
faster.
be cheap.
Never mind, Gerrie, at your age, a couple of years you'll be in your Motability scooter. You'll keep up with them.
One thing I've been seeing a lot since the brewery's in a university town, there's all kinds of kids on longboards that are powered.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Those things are scary. Just watching them go by, like go down the road at 20, and like crossing over into lanes and making turns onto roads. And it's like, especially when they make the turns onto a new road, I couldn't imagine, you hit one rock and off you go.
Oh, yes.
So I take it they're legal on the roads over in America.
Questionable.
Yep. I think
The
so.
Wild West.
Not over here.
I was pulling Tiana on one of those bikes that you hitch on your bike,
Yeah.
and there were kids on I thought it was skateboards, and I looked back at us like, okay, let's go and catch them, and we couldn't.
So
We were working so hard,
one day after
and
church,
she was motivating me from behind.
Hang on, not we. You couldn't catch them.
No,
See, that's the,
You can't blame your daughter for that, Gerrie.
no, she's pedaling and she's helping.
that's the good part. At least she's back there, cheering you on.
Yeah,
Motivation.
faster. Jerry's foaming at the mouth.
I
My
want
cousin-
to get a tandem bike for the two of us. We enjoy riding together.
Nice.
so one
Yeah,
day
that's
after
what I should
church,
do.
we decide, Yolanda decides we're going to go for a bike ride. We head to, hey, Mal. Morning, Mark. Thanks for liking the stream. We head to Highcliffe State Park, and there's a big hill in Highcliffe State Park. So I get the bikes out, and Hope is riding the pull-along thing that you just mentioned, Gerrie, behind me. And while I'm setting that up, Yolanda and Faith set off, and they start riding towards the hill. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
So I pass them at the start of the hill. And I turn around and I say to Hope, are you helping, Hope? And she says, I'm helping, Daddy. So she's helping me get up this hill. We get to the top of the hill
Oh,
and we stop and wait for Yolanda and Faith. And we wait. And we wait. And Hope says, where's Mummy? And I said, I don't know, Hope. And just as I was getting ready to head back down to see where they were, thinking they turned around and gone back down, I hear voices. They got off and walked up. So then there's a gentle climb up to the observation tower. So we rode up there. I raced the kids up the tower and came back down, and then we started right back to the bottom of the hill. And the gentle descent back to the top of the big hill. Hope's giggling away because we're going so fast. And then we start on the big descent. And she's laughing and screaming, and people walking up the hill are looking around to see what's going on. Big grins on their face when they see what's happening. Yeah, fun days.
oh yeah. Those are fun days.
Yeah.
Grace's thing. We didn't go out for a bike ride this year, but I think it was last year. We went out and did a 7-mile ride. It was 12 miles. She is. Her biggest thing was like going up the hill. She was just cranking up. She'd go right up the thing, no complaints. And then once it was time to go down the hill, that's where the problem is. Now she's straight on the brakes. At one point, she got off and started walking.
Oh no.
I'm hoping that maybe she's over it now. Now that you're still not over it. Okay. And I was at one point, I'm going down the hill and I'm next to her, and I'm just like, I see her come to a complete stop and get off of her bike. I'm like, what are you doing? She was like, I'm walking the rest of the way. I'm like, no, you're supposed to do that uphill, not downhill. But it was cool. We completed it. There were a few tears along the way, but we made it.
Ah, that's cool. Yeah, we had this road behind the airport. It's a nice road, slightly downhill. And you get the downhill once you've been at the ice cream store. So we went, got ice cream. And that was Tiana was still younger. She was still in the wagon. Well, she didn't pedal. She was just sitting there having fun. And we were approaching this group of a small club ride, but they weren't going really fast. And I told her, when we passed them, you should just shout, "Races on your left." And she thought that was so much fun. She was shouting, "Races on your left, races on your left." And they
Come
looked
on.
over and saw me on a mountain bike pulling this kid, just having so much fun. They passed us not long behind after that.
They would have to.
Okay. I need
That
to
is-
stop this, although
All
it's
right,
fun,
Gerrie.
and
Yeah.
report for kitchen duty.
All right, sir.
And I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get something to eat. I'm running on empty.
Yeah,
Well,
I
no,
don't know what
no.
I'm going to do tomorrow, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Thanks,
doing
everybody.
Another
Thank
2K.
you.
All right. Have a good weekend,
Well,
Gerrie.
see you next week.
See you later, guys.
Thanks.
Well, I'm going to do another 1.7K here. Put all it on this. Get ready for the ebb.
I didn't even see where the ebb was.
LaGuardia.
Ah, LaGuardia.
You want to say that again?
LaGuardia. I heard LaGuardia.
Yeah.
I challenge that pronunciation. I think that route is called LaGuardia.
You'll be saying Woburn next.
Yeah. There's
then
also
after
the
that,
whole thing of
Then after that, you progress on to
Is-
the class 5. Okay, go up and see the go.
It's like a safe word, Andy, is it?
Something like that. I've been trying to teach Rick how to say it, but all attempts have failed so far. We've got close.
I keep pronouncing all the L's.
Right on to Mr. Fantastic, so we know he's up.
Keep feeling like I'm gonna have to go to work after this, but yeah, I just have to sit in the car.
Yeah,
I do have to pack.
I'm gonna see if I can get down to Milwaukee later.
Is it warmer in Milwaukee?
I don't know.
Probably. It's supposed to be warmer. Well, normally it would be warmer in Boston. It's been in the 60s here all week. High of like low 60s. It's been near 70 in Boston.
Like a high of low 60s.
Yes, a high of the low 60s and a low of the mid 40s. It's a little cold for what it should be around here right now. Usually it's not this cold. Usually we're in the 60s and like 50s at night. But it is also yesterday. This is the first day that I noticed that there's some of the leaves are starting to change already.
Yeah, quite a few falling on the grass. I'm almost done.
Yeah.
200 meters, 100 meters. There we go. Show the horse. I'm done.
I need to get to my imperial mark here.
I'm going to say thank you
You
to everyone
finished
for
all your-
joining us. Sorry, go ahead, Kev.
Have you finished all your tins yet, Andy?
Have I finished all my what?
Tins of
Tins.
Guinness.
Oh, no, I've got a couple left. I might be having one after this ride this morning. And picking some more up later. So, I want to say thank you to everyone for joining us on the stream this morning. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time with a Friday Ebb. Come and join us again then. That'll be a fun one. Rick's going to sprint to the finish line, isn't he, Rick? He's nodding.
Give it a go.
All right, we'll be back
Give me
shortly.
something to run up.